Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of this series. I'm Jasix, and I hope you enjoyed the last part. And also in the last part, I did a little bit of introduction, but well, not really. So if you want me to do a full introduction video, comment it down below. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into the video. Cough, cough. Well, just before I continue, the what if, I like to clear up some things, starting with when Naruto got all the tailed beasts in him. He befriended and befriended them all. He befriended them all one after the other. He got to know them all, to starting from like the hardest two, obviously being Kurama and Shikaku. Anyway, I can't remember if I said this in the last video, but the Uchiha clan wasn't killed because Fugaku thought the village finally trusted them by letting them adopt Naruto, the 9,000 Jinchurki. Also, they think, at this point, they think that Naruto only has the 9,000, all the other beasts. Anyway, yeah, so Fugaku stopped the coup. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue with the video. So we left off with the teams about to be picked, but I'm going to change some things. So I know I said that Mizuki was going to be good in the last part, but I'm going to say he's bad. And he ends up tricking some random student, and Naruto basically sees this, follows the guy who got tricked to the Hokage's office, and then stops him, and then ends up taking it himself, right? And goes to where Mizuki was, and then when Mizuki shows himself, before Mizuki, I think I'm saying that right, Mizuki shows himself, Naruto basically looks at the scroll and sees the Flying Raijin and the multi-shadow jutsu, which comes in handy later. Cough, cough. I swear I don't have COVID. And, well, basically, since Naruto was trained by Madara and Mizuki's only a simple tuning, Mizuki gets clapped. Like, there's no question about it. He got clapped in the original one by Naruto, and this Naruto is, like, way stronger than that one, so... Anyway, the next day was when the teams get chosen. Well, the teams are the same until it gets to Team 7, and it consists of Sasuke Uchiha, obviously, Naruto Uzumaki, and Shirai Nara. Yes, that's right. Screw Sakura. I want you guys to all comment down below, screw Sakura. If you hate Sakura, of course. I think I'm saying that right, who cares? She ends up on Sakura ends up on some random team with some other random Genny. I just scratched my ear. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I took off my headphones for a second. I had to scratch my ear. When Naruto and Shirai hear that they're on the same team, they once again instantly start getting that weird feeling. You know, that weird feeling in the last video. Yes, that's right. Ships are starting straight away. Let's go. I'm just kidding. They're not gonna start dating in this episode. At least I don't know. You know, who knows? Maybe they will. Now Naruto isn't stupid. Naruto isn't stupid in this what if, because quite the prodigy, got taught by Madara and stuff like that. And Sierra, well, she's just Nara. Nara known for being smart. They both start thinking about this more and more, and eventually come to the conclusion that they like one another. Of course, they don't know that they like each other back, so they keep quiet about it. Anyway, as in canon, Kakashi is late by about 3 hours, and in this one, Naruto is more mature, so he doesn't end up doing the chalk prank on Kakashi. Anyway, Kakashi walks in, calls out their names, and tells them to meet him on the roof, and then body flickers up there. Siri walks out the classroom. She's just lazy. She can't be bothered to go up there fast. She's not as lazy as Shikamaru, but she's still pretty lazy. Yeah, she walks up out of the classroom and up the stairs. Sasuke just goes out the window and walks because Sasuke in this version, Chi Massacre did not happen. So yeah, he gets taught by Itachi and Shizui and Naruto because he's a. Anyway, he walks up and then Naruto, he also body flicks because he learned this ability from Madara. When Kakashi sees Naruto practically teleport in front of him, he's just amazed with how fast Naruto is. So is Siri, but Sasuke kinda already knows about Naruto's abilities. Also, when Kakashi gets his first good looks at Naruto, because he didn't really take a look at Naruto, he said meet him on the roof. He thinks to himself that he's looking into a mirror because Naruto wears his headband the same way that Kakashi does. Anyway, Kakashi tells them to introduce themselves, telling them each other their likes, dislikes, and what their goal is. Now, Siri starts off by saying, "My name is Siri. My likes are playing shogi with my brother. That game Shikamaru plays all the time with Asuma." And she then says, "I also like someone," taking a quick glimpse at Naruto. When Naruto hears this, that she likes someone, he thinks to himself, "Damn, I was hoping she'd like me." Honestly, Naruto is smart, but also an idiot. Sarah continues, "My dislikes are people that leave their friends behind and tomatoes. I wonder, think of something else for Siri, so I just added in tomatoes." And her goal is to become a strong ninja and marry the one that she likes. Next up was Sasuke, and since the Uchiha massacre never happened, Sasuke's response is much more different, and he is not really an emo. Let's go. Got rid of the emo face that Sasuke has. Let's go. Anyway, Sasuke says he's like his older brother Itachi learning ninjutsu, and that his dislikes are people that don't acknowledge him, like his power, his abilities, and his goal is to become a powerful clan head for the Uchiha clan. Now it was Naruto's turn. He said that his likes are ramen because in this what if he does fall in love with ramen, as he does in canon, Where was I? And then he also says that he likes a certain person, taking a quick glimpse at Siri. Now, when Siri, he says she basically has the same thoughts as Naruto from before, saying, "Damn," in her head, "I wish he liked me." Don't get me wrong, Naruto's pretty smart, but they have their dumb moments. Cough, cough. Anyway, Kakashi seeing this would just think to himself, these two are so oblivious. Yeah, Kakashi sees it, they don't. Naruto will then continue with his dislikes being, I forgot where I was. People that get in his way, he adapted that personality from Madara, and people that betray their friends, and that his goal is to become the strongest ninja in the world. Yes, that's right, he doesn't want to become Hokage, because nobody really disrespects him in this, because they don't know it's the Nine Tails, Jinchurki. Anyway, let's take a quick sip. I got some creamy soda right here. It's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, nobody really disrespected him. Anyway, Naruto then asks Kakashi to introduce him. Naruto's then like, well, if we're gonna say out what we want, then Kakashi, why don't you say something? got something stuck in my throat, I swear. Asks, why don't you Kakashi introduce himself? And then Kakashi just does his Kakashi introduction. And it says, like, my name's Kakashi Hatake, my likes are none of your business, my dislikes are, guess what, none of your business, and my goal is none of your business. And that's what Kakashi's like these days. Anyway, Kakashi tells the team to meet him on the training grounds and not to eat anything tomorrow. And then disappears because it turns out that it was a shadow clone this entire time. This makes Naruto a bit mad, but he gets over it. Naruto sleeps in the next morning because he knows that Kakashi's gonna be late. And so does Shirai because she's lazy. And also she knows that Kakashi's gonna be late. Scratching my ear again, so if you hear my headset taken off, I have itchy ears. That sounds weird, but okay. So, Sasuke is the only one that arrives early. Shirai, sleeps in, but... Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry, hang on. Okay, mind blank for a second. Sasuke's the only one that arrives early. Naruto and Shirai also eat breakfast. Naruto and Shirai end up arriving just a few minutes before Kakashi does. And when Kakashi arrives, he explains to them the bell test, and then they get started. As soon as Kakashi says start, they immediately hide in the bushes and meet up with one another to make a strategy. Shirai, catching on instantly, then explains that it involves teamwork, and they would create a plan on how to get the bells. Now Kakashi is just standing in the middle of the training grounds reading his book when Sasuke jumps out and shoots a fireball jutsu. Then Naruto jumps out too, shooting a wind bullet jutsu to increase the size of Sasuke's fireball jutsu. As Kakashi would only just dodge it with his getting burnt a little. But this was just a distraction as Shirai came out of nowhere and said the words Shadow Procession Jutsu as a shadow would come charging at Kakashi, with Kakashi only just seeing it at the corner of his eye, jumping away out of the shadow's reach. This is when Kakashi would start to get serious, revealing his Sharingan. And Sasuke would get a bit mad at this, but he keeps his cool. He's been taught to keep his cool, you know. Naruto would also think to himself, damn, that guy like me, you know. He doesn't reveal his Sharingan though, because he doesn't really want to. And yeah, Kakashi would then use the Headhunter Jutsu on Shirai. Naruto, seeing this, would then use the multi-shadow clone jutsu, spawning in like hundreds of thousands of clones of himself, because he felt a need to protect Shirai. Some of the clones went to help Shirai out of the ground, but the rest just charged straight at Kakashi. This would overwhelm Kakashi easily, as they would all land at least one punch on him, eventually knocking him out. Naruto would then take the bells from Kakashi, throwing one to Shirai and then the other to Sasuke. Then Naruto would say he doesn't mind going back to the academy because a rank doesn't hide your strength. But just as Naruto was about to walk off, Kakashi woke up and said, "No, wait." Said it like this. "No, wait, you'll pass." Oh no, I suck at that voice. I suck. I'll stop that. Anyway, he says it slowly because he's still taking in the fact that he just got completely destroyed by Genin. But this ain't any normal Genin. This is Naruto Uzumaki, trained by Madara Uchiha and Obito Uchiha. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, this would make Naruto a little confused as Kakashi would continue. The hidden meaning behind the test was teamwork. This would make Naruto happy, but he doesn't show it. I just burped a little. I don't know if you heard it, but I did. Doesn't show it too much, just giving a little smile. And Sarah is happy too, because like she's happy that the person she likes was able to stay on the team. Kakashi would then start giving his little speech. What's it how's it go? Like, those who abandon the mission are scum, and those who abandon their friends are worse than scum and stuff like that. Yeah, Naruto would later on Naruto after once they start leaving, Naruto will go over to Kakashi and tell him about how he has the Sharingan too, and then later they would end up celebrating all of them, even Kakashi, believe it or not, would end up celebrating over a bowl of ramen. For the next 2 weeks, they would go on a bunch of D rank missions, but Naruto would just use his shadow clones, completing about 40 for the team and about 100 for himself. And also, Hiruzen, who would have paid Naruto, I forgot to tell this before, but Hiruzen would have paid Naruto for taking down Mizuki, and it would have counted as a B rank mission. Sasuke would end up eventually complaining to Hiruzen that they wanted a harder mission and not these easy D ranks. When Naruto hears this, he gives a nod to Hiruzen, saying, "Yeah, I agree with Sasuke." But he also thinks to himself, "Freaking hell, Sasuke! I've been doing other missions. What are you talking about?" Because he has been doing all the missions with the Shadow Clones. Anyway, Hiruzen would then ask Kakashi if he thinks they are ready, and he tells Hiruzen that they are more than ready. And Hiruzen then calls in Tazuna, saying that you will need to escort Tazuna to the Land of Waves. Tazuna, and yes, he is. I got confused for a second. Tazuna, and yes, he is drunk, came in saying, "I had actual ninja, not these weak children." This is when Naruto Naruto hearing this would just body flicker straight behind Tazuna, holding a kunai to his neck, saying, "So, you think we're weak, huh? I could take you down in less than a second." This is when Kakashi would say, "Naruto, stop scaring the client. He hired us, so he's allowed to say whatever he wants to us." Naruto would then say, "Fine," and body flicker back into his original spot. The next day, they would all meet up at the village gate, with Sira and Naruto and Kakashi not being late, and arriving on time, and Tazuna isn't drunk either, so that's pretty good. So they set out for the Land of Waves. They're about 1 hour into the trip when they pass a water puddle. Naruto, seeing this, would think to himself, "Do they think we're dumb? It hasn't rained in weeks. It's a sunny day." Kakashi and Sira would also notice this, but Sasuke, being the dumbest in the group, I'm not saying Sasuke is dumb, but he's not as smart as all the others, would need a little nudge from Naruto, like a little hint, to be like, "Yo, Sasuke, there's a puddle here and it's sunny. It's obviously a genjutsu." When they pass the puddle, when they finally pass the puddle, the two demon brothers, as expected, jump out. But before they could supposedly, you can't see it, but I'm doing quotation things, with my fingers, supposedly kill Kakashi, Naruto kicks the chain weapon out, throwing a kunai laced with wind chakra to make it even faster, through one of the brothers' head, straight through its clean. And quickly before I continue, Naruto has a short sword Shizui, because he learnt Kenjutsu from him. Anyway, Naruto would then jump on the second brother, stabbing him with his short sword right through his the ninja's head. Naruto would then get off the now dead ninja, asking Kakashi if he is okay, because Kakashi is just amazed with how fast Naruto was able to kill the two, and that he kept a straight face the entire time, having no remorse for what he had just done. Kakashi would just respond back with a simple "Yeah, I'm fine," while then asking Naruto if he's okay, because he just killed two people. Naruto would just would say, "Yeah, I'm fine. Remember, I trained with you know who," not wanting Tazuna to know that he trained with Madara. And also, Kakashi does know that about Naruto's past. Kakashi would then start questioning Tazuna about the mission and about the mission and if it's really a C rank mission. And then he asks his team, if they want to continue. They all say yes, because they're like, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Like, we just destroyed those two. And anyway, like, Tazuna ends up guilt tripping them into doing it anyway. Quick drink from my creaming soda. That's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Comment down below if you think creaming soda is good, because I do. Anyway, where was I? And basically it will go from how it does in canon, except, of course, Naruto doesn't freaking stab himself in the hand. And, it'll go on from canon, but, they're about 30 minutes away from Tazuna's house when, this is when Naruto would throw a kunai at a bush, but only a white rabbit would come out. And Sasuke would give a little chuckle, but Naruto in his head would, think to himself, like, white rabbits shouldn't be around, and that it's obviously got decimate, I can't say the word, decimated. You know, like, raised by humans. I can't say the word, it starts with, like, a D, but, like, okay, I'm dumb. Anyway, yeah, but, like, Sasuke would give a little chuckle, but then, Kakashi would just say, everybody, duck, as a giant blade came spinning in their direction. Everyone would duck except for Naruto, who would end up catching the blade because he is an absolute god, and, like, he was not even phased by this blade coming at them. This is when Zabuza would appear on top of, the blade, saying, "Well done, Kakashi, you managed to catch my sword." Kakashi would then chuckle a bit and point at Naruto, who was holding the blade in one hand. Zabuza would look down and say, "What? How did I get?" But before he could continue, Naruto swung the blade around, making Zabuza have to jump. Then Naruto started swinging the blade at Zabuza, making him need to jump back even more, just barely dodging the attack. This is when Naruto puts the blade down, like stabs into the ground. I'll just say that, yeah. And reveals, says, it's time to reveal my ace. Naruto then revealed his Sharingan. Sierra would be surprised by this because nobody really knew that he had a Sharingan besides Kakashi and the Uchiha family, like the clan Uchiha family, you know. And Kakashi would also reveal his Sharingan in his one eye, the 3 tomorrow, in his one eye, and Sasuke would also be like, "Oh my gosh, I want to reveal I want to help out," and he reveals his Sharingan, which in this one he is much more powerful, and he has 2 Tomoe in one eye and 1 Tomoe in the other, and he's just cool like that. Zabuza would get overwhelmed with the amount of Sharingan users he is seeing. Haku, who is in the trees, would see this, and she thinks to herself she needs to step in. So, I mean, no, it's a he. I'm making it a he in this one. Yeah. So, yes, Haku is still a he in this. What if I couldn't be bothered? I don't really see any point in changing her to a she, besides getting rid of our misery and not being tricked anymore. Anyway, he steps in, throwing Senbon at Zabuza, but before they could hit, in like the neck, knocking him out, and supposedly killing him, Naruto threw Shuriken, deflecting them. This is when Haku would jump out of the tree, saying, "Why would you do that? he is a Tracking and sent to kill Zabuza. Naruto would then explain how Tracking wouldn't use Senbon and they're only meant for healing equipment unless you want to hit a specific point and make it seem like someone is dead. Anyway, eventually a fight breaks out. Because Haku knows his cover is broken, so here it's revealed that Haku is with Zabuza. Haku would just after this, Haku would just charge at Naruto and Sasuke, who were next to each other, and trap them both in the ice mirror jutsu. Naruto and Sasuke would be deflecting the Senbon getting thrown at them. But every now and then, some of them would hit Sasuke. Not any hitting Naruto because he's a god and he just deflect all of them. But Sasuke isn't as good as Naruto. This goes on for a bit when a bunch of Senbon get thrown towards Sasuke, and Naruto, seeing this, would jump in front of Sasuke, getting hit by most of the Senbon. The rest he would deflect it with his sword. Now, you would think that Naruto would get knocked out, right? And seem to be dead. But you got to remember, Naruto has all the tailed beasts inside him. So he just moves on with the battle like it's a nothing. Haruto, fudge. Haku would be taken back by this, thinking, how could he do this? He is on a whole other league than me. That's what he's thinking. That Naruto's on a whole other league than him. This hesitation gives Naruto the chance to hit Haku with a shuriken, knocking Haku down and disabling the ice mirrors. Disabling the ice mirrors. Now, while this is happening, Kakashi is fighting Zabuza, and this fight basically goes how it does. After Kakashi escapes the water prison jutsu, you know that, how he's in the ball in canon. And this all goes the same, but this is when they do the water dragon jutsu. Zabuza ends up getting hit by Kakashi's water dragon. You know how they copy each other's, how Kakashi copies Thingo's water ball jutsu. Water dragon jutsu, that's the one. And Zabuza gets knocked back by this a bit, before he could strike back at Kakashi's ninja hands. Those would come in and bite Zabuza's arm. Yeah, sorry, my brother walked in for a second there. Anyway, so where was I? So Zabuza gets hit by the water dragon jutsu. He gets knocked back a bit, and before he could strike back, Kakashi's ninja hands would come in, bite Zabuza's arm, and then Sirao, who is with Tazuna, would see the opportunity and use a shadow possession jutsu on Zabuza. And so she does, and now Zabuza is stuck in place. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it's like my auntie talking. She's here right now. Anyway, and Zabuza would now be stuck in one place. This is when Kakashi charges up a Chidori and charges at Zabuza. Haku is on the ground right now, about to be stabbed and killed by Naruto. Would then see Zabuza about to die and quickly, runs, with her speed. She's pretty fast. In front of Zabuza, and Kakashi's hand goes through Haku's body. Haku's body would then fall to the ground, and just as Zabuza was about to say something, he gets stabbed in the back by Naruto, who rushed. I burped again. Over after Haku. When this happens, Zabuza says, "Well done, kid. Well done." In a dying voice. No, I'm not going to try it. No, I already know I'm going to mess it up. Well done, kid. Well done. That's good enough. As Naruto pulls out his blade and Zabuza falls to the ground and dies. From here, the mission goes smoothly, and when Gato arrives with his men, Naruto just destroys them. And Gato's men don't even like didn't even stand a chance. And in the end, Naruto gave Gato to the people of the land of the waves to do whatever they want with Gato, like beat him up, kill him if they want. So the bridge was now complete, and they went back to the hidden leaf village with no more problems. When they got back, Kakashi went to report back to Hiruzen on what happened in the mission, and the team got paid for a A-rank mission. Let's go. And after Kakashi was finished explaining what happened on the mission, Hiruzen would then tell Kakashi about the tuning exams. But we will leave that for the next part. We'll leave that part for the next part, like next episode video. Once again, if you want me to do an introduction video, comment it down below. Anyway, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and I will see you in the next part.